and I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black. I'm blacker than black, yo. Because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black.
What's going on, y'all? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is 𝘰𝘯𝘵𝘺𝘰, and I truly appreciate you for being here with me. So as you can see, my next video is going to be about Black people, Black empowerment, but more specifically, it's going to be about the Black Blockchain Summit. So Black Blockchain Summit is an amazing event that's held every single year in the Howard University campus. Many different people come there, have networking events, talk about different aspects of Bitcoin, especially in the African American community, okay? Or there's just the Black community, the Black African diaspora community, or even the communities in Africa itself. It's an amazing event. So many people, so many speakers, so many people do pitch events. They teach other people about different types of cryptos, HEX, blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the cryptos, DeFi, everything, NFTs, every single aspect today. So many famous people were there today. Many leaders were there today. It was partially held by Galaxy, which is a crypto company that's created by Novagratz. And I guess he was the headliner for the event, especially for the first day. He was a headliner for a lot of the days, but he was specifically a headliner for the first day. Before we get into the details of Black Blockchain Summit, I'm going to read some of my comments. Okay, the first person that we have here is from BWM. He says, people are still going to be making post-release update videos even after the launch, LOL. Post-chain release update videos of the world unite. It's true. Pulsechain, I don't know what the hell is going to come out. It's going to take a long time to come out. This is from one of my previous videos, obviously. And then 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘦 says, what's the update? Is this still possible to make people money? This is with another post-chain video that I just posted. And I told him that it's supposed to come out between October 2022 and January 2023. I believe that's going to come out in probably November to December, which is 2-3 months from now, but we'll see. Next comment is from Volcanic that says, this sounds like a scheme that could blow up in your face extremely easily. It has too many points of failure. Again, this is about this is about the squirrel strategy. Look at my video over here about the squirrel strategy. It is a possibility that it could blow up in your face. Nothing in the world is 100%, but I think it should do pretty good. In fact, I said it's possible, but anything that makes a lot of money takes risk. Reduce the amount of money that you put into it if necessary. Okay, and then the next comment is from Liam Jackson that says, you are the best on Telegram when it comes to Bitcoin mining possible hacks. Keep up the good work, sir. Thank you very much. I try to get involved in Telegram. I try to be involved in different Reddit communities that have to do with crypto. I'm trying to get involved, and I'm making YouTube videos like this. Mixed Crypto Art says, December 16, 2022 is exactly 4 years after the 2018 low. Yes, there's many rumors that Richard Heart is trying to time the bottom of the market, and that's the only reason why Pulsechain hasn't come out yet. So I guess his prediction is that Pulsechain is going to come out December 16th, 2022. And next comment, it says from Big Smoke Crypto, he says, he can't launch it, man. Talking about Pulsechain. Once it goes live, he has no control. If there are any bugs or backdoors, his reputation is done. It's time for people to realize that it's not going to happen. And then Cena says, what do you mean? He's saying that Pulsechain is never going to come out. And I mean, generally, I believe Pulsechain is definitely going to come out because his reputation is too heavily involved in it. But with all the constant delays with Pulsechain, it may not come out. We'll see, though. Flu World Order said, my prediction is January 2023. That's also in the confines of my prediction. And then Hex Evolve says, I agree. At the same time, Richard Heart movie drops. Yes, Richard Heart is going to be coming out with a movie called The Greatest of Stakes. It's probably going to be shipped to Hulu or maybe Netflix or one of the streaming companies. We'll see what happens. The creators of this event, of course, was Black Bitcoin billionaires. So I should probably mention them first. Black Bitcoin billionaires were there. Absolutely amazing people, group of people, follow them. I'm going to have a ton of links at the bottom describing all the people that I'm going to be talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a list of every single person that was there. Well, not every single person, but about 50% of the people that were there at the event. Specifically about the first 2 days in this video, and I'm going to talk about the third day in my next video that's coming up. Okay, so the first person that we're going to talk about is Novagratz. He's an American investor, formerly of the investment firm Fortress Investment Group. He's the one that's a co He's the one that's like a co-host of the whole event this time. I guess he paid a really good amount of money to co-host this event. Very good guy. He's very heavily involved in crypto. So I'm gonna show a video with him with 𝘊𝘰𝘳𝘺𝘰.
For our next fireside chat, Mike is being joined by Representative 𝘊𝘰𝘳𝘺𝘰 of California and Representative 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘺𝘺 of New York.
Richie, nice to meet you. Real good to see you.
So as you can see, 𝘊𝘰𝘳𝘺 is an American politician. He's a lawyer. He's an academic serving in the U.S. Representatives of California. Okay, he is heavily involved. The other person that you saw in the video was 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘺𝘺. He's a U.S. representative for New York's 15th district too. And what you saw in that video right there is them talking about diversity, talking about inclusion, talking about how blockchain and technology is commonly just focused on white people or Caucasians or Asians, but more Black people are getting involved in technology, specifically technology that has to do with cryptocurrency. In fact, the most interested race in a proportional standpoint is Black people and is Africans. The country with the highest investment in cryptocurrencies beside the United States is Nigeria. Okay, so Western country in Africa. So it's the diversity is absolutely amazing. The intricacies into the African American community is absolutely mind-boggling. I'm happy that it's here, and I'm happy that it's continuing to grow on and on and on.
Those questions, and thank you, Mike, for just firing off the answers. What we're going to do is welcome our next guest up, Representative Byron Donald from Florida, for our next fireside chat. So let's welcome him up.
All right. Byron is the first of the guests I haven't met before. So that's good. We're just gonna go at it.
As you saw, I had Representative Byron Donald talking about mentorship and how it's very important to have mentors when it comes to crypto space or just any technology space, because a smart man learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from other people's mistakes. So a mentor can help you navigate through the crypto space. It can help you navigate through NFTs, what to avoid, what to buy, what to not buy, different aspects like that. Okay, so you definitely need to have a mentor, especially when it comes to the African American community, because there's not that many people in technology behind us. So when you have people that are in the space, you need to be able to mentor others, and it's very, very important. And I'm pretty much mentoring you guys right now, even though it's just a one-way street. It's kind of can be two ways. Write comments in the comments below. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me on Twitter. Hit me up on different aspects. TikTok. I have all those links below too. Okay.
So for this next group, we have the co-founders of Black Bitcoin Billionaire, Lamar Wilson and Isaiah Jackson.
I guess my name is Lamar Wilson. I'm co-founder of Black Bitcoin Billionaire. Also a developer, have a finance degree, and I'm just great. I'm glad to be here. I've been doing this since the beginning, like the very first one. So it's really dope to see how beautiful this is growing. So I'm glad to be here.
I'm Isaiah Jackson, co-founder of Black Bitcoin Billionaires, author of Bitcoin in Black America, and also very glad to see how far the conference has progressed. Been here since the beginning with Lamar, so glad to see everybody here. Beautiful.
Isaiah was one of my first podcast guests.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see, two really famous people, Lamar Wilson, which is the co-creator of Black Bitcoin Billionaires, and we have Isaiah Jackson, who wrote a really famous book called Bitcoin and Black America. I've read the whole book many, many times. It's an absolutely amazing book. It breaks down the positive aspects that can happen when Black people get involved in crypto, when they can get involved in different blockchains, and how it frees us from the traditional banking infrastructure that slowed us down through red lines, through different aspects like that, cutting us out from the traditional finance stream system.
Welcome to the stage, Marcus Allen. Marcus, you can come up here. I know you was already up here fast. So I'm very intrigued about your work, Marcus. Of course, Marcus, you're a founder of the Broccoli City Festival, and we chip in. I, of course, have been to a number of Broccoli City festivals, and so thank you so much for creating that forum. But many people probably don't know much about the work that you're doing around tokenism, tokenized social impact. And so can you tell us more about your work and how you're using it around social impact?
Sure, yeah. So it's great to be here. Appreciate everybody. So I guess my path to technology was a little bit different. Co-founded Broccoli City, large urban music festival here based in DC, and do a ton of work throughout the country. We're in joint venture with Live Nation. And just through our ability to mobilize people, one of the things that we saw was that the prices of festival tickets were just so expensive for our people. We had to develop ways to get festival tickets and opportunities and access to our people in different kind of ways.
Now I want to call Cal Casa, our last member of our panel. I mean, people know we had a good conversation on the last panel about how the Black community is historically underbanked. But Cal, you've been in Ethiopia for the last 8 years, area that's probably more underbanked than the Black community here in America. 60 to 70% of Ethiopians, they don't even have access to phones, let alone a bank.
That video was from Jaron Smith. He is one of Denton's global advisors. It also had Marcus Allen, the CEO of Broccoli City and the Broccoli City Festival, which was really amazing. And he was also in We Chip In Web3 Rewards community. And then finally we had Kyle Casa, which he's heavily involved in Bitcoin 𝘊𝘰. And in fact, he has a GitHub that I'm going to, of course, link below. They're talking about the grassroots movement of how you have to talk to people, you face to face, you have to connect to people where they are, because people are not going to come to you when it comes to crypto. You have to go to them. You have to talk to people at where they are to get the best benefits of crypto, okay? Crypto is just not going to automatically be in people's minds. A lot of people think that crypto is a scam. A lot of people think that crypto is kind of illegal, and you need to show them that crypto is absolutely amazing, is a world changer, especially when it comes to Black people, and how it can increase our power financially, because you cannot make any major changes in the world right now if you do not have the finances, if you do not have resources to make these changes, okay? Don't let anyone tell you any different. You need money to create change. If you want to help poor people, you need money. If you want to donate to churches, you need money to donate churches to help broke people. Anything that you want to do can be 10 times more powerful when you have 10 times the money, okay? No matter what.
But this next panel is about capital formation in Black America, and it will be moderated by 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘕, CEO of Opportunity Funds Association. So let's give him a round of applause as he welcomes this next panel.
Great.
That video was from 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘕. He was the CEO of Opportunity Funds Associates. And it also had Aaron Kleins from the Brookings Institute. And then, of course, 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘕𝘺. She is the executive director of Blockchain Foundation. And this is they were pretty much talking about capital formation in Black America, of how you can get capital, take your capital, and then use that capital in investments to grow dramatically. You can do that in things like DeFi, which is short for decentralized finance. Decentralized finance is really, really good because it allows you to have the traditional stock market, the traditional finance infrastructure, such as certificate of deposits, or such as making loans or credit-based loan systems that many minorities and many Black people were sectioned off from.
My name's Amanda. I am the head of mining at Galaxy Digital. When we started putting together this conference, they said, hey, will you talk about building a community? And I said, my community is machines that I plug into a wall, so I don't think that I'm the best person for the topic. And the first person that came to mind for me was 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘕. 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘕 has done incredible work in Afghanistan, teaching young women. To give a little bit of background, she was a CEO at the age of 23. She was on Time's most influential people by the time she was 25. And she has done incredible work in a place where women couldn't do incredible work. It was very challenging. So I would love to start talking about your background, how you started getting into the tech space, how you broke through. And I think that is, we can start there because there's a lot of what you've done that I think would be really helpful for the community.
First of all, good afternoon, everyone.
Next, we have, that was Amanda, the head of mining at Galaxy Digital, a really famous company that I've been looking into, that I've known about for like maybe 3-4 years now. And then also 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘕 Mahoob. She's the CEO of Afghan Citadel Software Company. And she's also the Times 100 most influential people. And they're pretty much talking about how women can be heavily involved in the crypto space, how women and maybe people from non-modern, I guess, companies and areas can also become modernized, at least when it comes to financial aspects, and how women can become extremely powerful in the crypto space. Right now, anytime I go to any crypto space, even at this Black Blockchain Summit, the ratio is always about 70% men, 30% women. Usually when it comes to different enterprising new technologies, men, because we're less risk averse, tend to take more crazy risks. 90% of the time, these risks fail, right? But 10% of the time, like crypto, when it's really popular, it becomes a big thing. And then we as men gain those benefits from these new dangerous adventures, even though we gain all of the negative aspects from the 90% of the time that it fails, right? If you don't take big risks, you don't get big rewards. Good thing, though, that in crypto, I'm seeing it more and more. It's starting to be more, it used to be like 90% men. Now it's starting to be like 70% men. And eventually it's going to be about 50-50 men and women. Maybe one day, hopefully. We will see.
With Mike and Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey. So let's welcome them both to the stage.
And so, again, I could give you so many industries in just a short 9 years. I've watched the government overregulate. The drone industry is a great example, where other countries were doing all this drone innovation, using drones to fix poles, survey mines. We weren't issuing any licenses whatsoever. We're overprotecting, overcautious. And I said to the head of the FAA in a hearing, I said, look, if you were around during the time of 𝘊𝘰𝘯𝘕 and 𝘊𝘰𝘯𝘕, we would have never gotten the plane industry off of the ground. So that's what frustrates me, is we have this historical amnesia that we look at this period up until the time I was born, where government overtly, I mean, blacks after the Civil War owned a amount of land in the nation that was commensurate with their numbers. And then you see this very systematic racism that was excluding black farmers from access to government resources that were given freely to majority farmers. And there's a great saying, Mike, you may have heard of, it can't be about us without us. And so what I've seen in the Senate in the short time I've been here, most people don't know this, I'm only the 4th black person popularly elected to the United States Senate. Before me, some guy with a funny name. Before him, it was Carol Moseley Braun. Before him, it was Edmund Brooks. So I get to the Senate, and it's the least diverse place I've ever worked.
And then finally, that video was with Mike Novagratz and, of course, the Senator Cory Booker. Cory Booker has been heavily involved in the financial space, especially when it comes to crypto. He was even talking about how previously, if we didn't have people talking about new technologies, like when the internet came out, and if people weren't like hammering for freedom, hammering for more freedoms in an intellectual way, in a safe way, when it came to the internet in like 1999, 1998, if that didn't happen, our forefronts in the internet when it comes to the world market will be heavily diminished. I plead all the government people that are watching this video to allow regulation to not be so heavy-handed. Allow freedom to flourish, because when freedom flourishes, then we're allowed to innovate at a breakneck pace. Because if we don't do it, other countries will definitely do it. That's the big mistake with China that's the big mistake that China is doing right now. They fumbled the biggest bag ever. They used to be the biggest miners in the entire world when it came to Bitcoin, but they completely banned the mining of Bitcoin. They banned the open market selling of Bitcoin in China. And they're really shooting themselves in the foot right now. I know they're going to be coming out with CBDCs in a couple of years. In fact, they're doing test runs on it right now. But CBDCs is heavily government controlled. It doesn't allow a lot of innovation. And China is pretty much just shooting itself in the foot. I beg America to, talk about their staples. One of the staples of America is freedom. Yeah, freedom, right? Let's use the freedom aspect of our Constitution to allow us to have freedoms to innovate in the cryptocurrency space.